Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are helping us on this journey to unconditional love. Love of the journey, love of the soul group, that are all helping us back into our divine unions. And so I have a message today from a healing that I've done for somebody. And it is so lovely and so symbolic of what you are doing with your energies at the moment and how teamwork, you're working together, that I thought I just have to share it with everyone because it is so beautiful. Now, the other thing about this is that it amazes me at how your higher selves show things to me so I can see the progression of what's happening with your energies. This person has come to me a number of times, and it's gone from having, you know, a bear in a cage with a very sore head and lashing out to, you know, it's been a progression basically. And this is why this is so lovely, and it's also very, very strong analogy. So first of all, I see them and they are both there and they are feeding a baby lamb, and they are having to get the right bottle and the right teat and the right everything for the baby lamb to take the milk. And so then I see them feeding the lamb, and they're taking it in turns and looking after the lamb. And the lamb grows into a sheep. And then when the lamb has got its coat, then her divine masculine, her divine counterpart, basically shears the wool off the sheep. And then I see him spinning and weaving the wool into wool, basically. And I see again the scene from Once Upon a Time, which is Rumpelstiltskin, and when he gets married to Belle, which I'm going to show you now because we've had this before. But what they then start doing is he is then weaving the wool, and then I see her making them knitting 2 jumpers for them to wear, and then I see them knitting a blanket. And on the blanket is written, happy ever after. Or happy ever after. And then the song that came through was the one from Titanic, which is Celine Dion. Funny that, because that's DC backwards, the mirror. Celine Dion, near, far, wherever you are, something, 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 that one. And so that was the healing. Now, obviously, it's so symbolic because the lamb into the sheep was their energies, basically. You know, the shadow and the light, right? That's why I've picked this picture. Because each of you are bringing up each other's shadows because you love all of you, right? And that's why this journey is so amazing, because you learn to love yourself for who you truly are, right? And then once you love your shadow, that's when everything, you know, that's why the journey is such a process, right? And so the symbology is that they are nurturing together the lamb that turns into a sheep. And then the sheep then basically provides the wool to warmth them and comfort them and provide them with blankets for, you know, forever, basically, because the blanket said happily ever after, which was so beautiful, because I was like, oh my God, that is such an amazing way of showing what is happening with your energies on this journey, because you are nurturing your energy body together. So you're turning from a baby lamb into the sheep to then use the wool from the sheep to then comfort each other for the rest of your lives, right? Because you are eternally together as these sheep, you know. But this is perfect, this picture. This is exactly what you and your twin are, right? You are the, you know, you're the shadow, you're the light, you're the everything together. Which is why that analogy, when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, that is just so clever. Why you've shown me that. And also it really kind of was very touching, because of, I know the progression of, I've seen their energies as they've been, you know, going through this process. So to then see this very nurturing analogy was just, it's beautiful, right? It's beautiful, which is why I say, you know, every time you're not together, you know, somebody just made a comment to say, I've just been blocked, right? It's obviously not my time at the moment. But that is to say that it can be super frustrating, those things, right? Because you just think, well, I don't understand. Why are you not contacting me? Or why, you know, this bond that we have is so special. Why? And it's because, you know, it's because you've got more of your journey to do. You've got more of that nurturing of your lamb. And think of each other like baby lambs, really. Because you've got more nurturing to do of yourself, to put you on your soul path even more. And so just an amazing, amazing healing. I must say that is such a powerful analogy of what we're doing. So if you can think of it like that, that you're basically both together as a team feeding this lamb, so that then you can, you know, you're basically your energy body, so you can be comforted together for the rest of your life, for eternity. Because this is the other scene that was in their healing. So I come to search for it, and the first thing is, they have 69,000 followers, 69 obviously, the Divine Mirror. And then the first comment says, is by Snow, this person called Snowstorm. So we've had the storm warning recently because they're feeling like, you know, they need to move out of things. And because of that, there's some anxiety, which is obviously what we're feeling as well. But Snow in this program, Once Upon a Time, is married to David. Obviously, David is union. David, Star of David. So this is the comment. It says, this is by a guy, and he says, I'm not going to lie. When I first saw this, I cried like a girl. No offense, ladies. It was so beautiful and so touching and so magical. Why the hell would the writers make Rumpel make such a huge step backwards and ruin everything? So obviously something happens after that. But the next comment I'm drawn to is because it has the 22 by it. And now, so listen to this. Because again, okay, something you'll notice that is so perfect is that when it flashes to the scenes with the other characters, the parts of Rumpel and Belle's speech have something to do with the characters that are shown while certain words are being said. For example, when Belle says, I've spent my life finding you, it flashes to Snow and Charming, who will always find each other. Secondly, when Rumpel, and by the way, Charming is David, right? So who will always find each other. Secondly, when Rumpel says, I was an enemy of love. Love had only caused me pain. My walls were up. It immediately shows Emma, who has been running her whole life and blocks out love and trying not to become attached. That's when he says, you brought me back, you brought the light back into my life and chased all of the darkness away. And it shows Regina, who finally let love in and let the light overcome her evil side. I think it's beautiful how the writers made it connect like that. Amazing work. Well, I mean, you know how many messages are in that, right? The light versus the dark. She was the one who showed him the light. The fact that her walls were up and he could bring them down. The fact that she said about Snow and Charming, who the character is called David. David is the Star of David, divine feminine, divine masculine, divine union, basically your divine counterpart. And it says they will always find each other. So this is why it is so amazing. And the next comment below that is, sometimes the best cup is chipped, right? Now, the cup goes all the way back to messages that we've had before about the cup and creating, and basically that a cup is, that basically when you pottery a cup and it's made in its purest form, it's just clay, right? But then it's all about the painting and the, you know, so you have to love the cup from the beginning, basically. So again, more symbology in that. But that is why this is so amazing, because this is the clip. So I'm just going to play this again, because obviously this is what wants to come out.
When we met, I wasn't just unloved and unloving. I was an enemy of love. Love had only brought me pain. My walls were up, but you brought them down. You brought me home. You brought light into my life. and chased away all the darkness. And I vow to you, I will never forget the distance between what I was and what I am. I owe more to you than I can ever say. How you can see the man behind the monster, I will never know.
But that monster's gone. The man beneath him may be flawed, but we all are. And I love you for it. Sometimes the best book has the dustiest jacket. And sometimes the best teacup is chipped.
Oh, see? So basically she loves him for everything. Now I've just realised that she talks about sometimes the best book has the dustiest cover. Now, if you watched this morning's energy read, we were the energy that we were bringing towards the union in our side was women holding the book, the sacred book. And I've just realised that she talks about the book. So again, and not only that, but this is also series 3, episode 22. Now, I have just been to gym. My twin was telling me about this new gym that's really good. So I've just been to sign up to it because there's one near where I live. It was ridiculous. The price of the gym membership is £22 a month. I go into it and you need a code to get into the building, and the code was 369. So this is what I mean, right? For all the time that you're not together, remember that you are on a journey to nurture yourself, treat yourself like the lamb, right? Because it's your energy body that you are nurturing to create the perfect conditions for you to create the jumper and the blanket to keep you comfortable for eternity. So when you think of it like that, it's so much easier than to focus on, well, they've blocked me or they've done this, because you have to look at the bigger picture, because all of the signs and all the messages and everything that your twin spirit brings you is to basically create the light for you to live the life of your dreams, right? And then trust that when the time is right, you will be brought together, because there will be the universe will step in, right? Because you're needed. You are literally needed to raise the planet in love and light. So I just want to say again, thank you so much to everyone that's coming to me for healing, because without being able to see these analogies, I would not be able to share this, because that to me is just beautiful, because you are nurturing each other, because teamwork makes the dream work. Okay, well, if you want to come to me for healing or to join the crystal grid or to have an energy read, then please do. All of the details are in the link. I'm doing a special, only £20, but if you buy 2 you get 3, if you buy 3 you get 4, and so on until you buy 8 you get 10, and then you can basically use them for healing or for an energy read. You can go between them, but I just want to help as many people as I can. So thank you. There you go. Have a good day. Bye.